Are you able to lose 10 pounds super fast and then you don't know how to lose the rest that you need to? Are you shooting darts blindly on your weight loss journey and not able to actually achieve the results and goals that you desire? Well, I want to dive into a topic of pretty much shooting darts blindly on a weight loss journey and not doing what's needed and or best for the results that you want. Guys, my name is Zach Vago. I go by the name of the Weight Loss Professor. That's probably how you know me. And thank you for tuning into this YouTube video and or podcast episode wherever you are watching or listening. Nice, Zach. You botched the introduction. Good job. Wherever you're watching, I did it again. Wherever you're watching or tuning in, I love you. And let's dive into this. So this morning I was talking to one of my gym girlfriends who I've been seeing probably for the last year. She is, let's say, 5'11", 6 feet tall, and she's probably 215, and she's always wanted abs, and she's always talks about wanting to lose body fat, and I finally confront her because it's not my place. First off, I don't interact with women to that friendly type of degree of asking what their diet looks like, what they're doing in their daily life to achieve the goals that they desire. But from a friend perspective, and I know what her goals are, and I know that she's not getting any closer to them. I hopped on the stairmaster next to her, perfect timing, and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing to drop the 25 pounds that you are wanting to and get abs?" And she said, "Well, I pretty much just cut out anything unhealthy, and usually I can lose the weight like that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, we talked 4 months ago. Is that working for you?" And she said, "No, Zach, honestly, it's not." And this is where I went into, okay, girlfriend, I'm going to give you two things, only two things that you need to do. One, download MyFitnessPal. It's a free nutritional tracking app platform. I love it. If you're not a client of mine, that's what I would recommend someone to go on. Yes, their macro splits are horrific. Don't use their macro splits. Don't use their calorie deficit. Don't use their total daily energy expenditure. Garbage. But download MyFitnessPal. Number two, look up BMR calculator. From those two things, you literally, your weight loss is measurable, it's trackable, and it is manipulatable. You can manipulate your lifestyle around a BMR and a calorie deficit. Because notice how I didn't say, hey, you shouldn't have carbs. Hey, you shouldn't restrict these foods. Or hey, you need to restrict these foods. I said, here's a calorie amount. Track your food so you know you're hitting that calorie amount. And from there, you'll be able to guarantee that you're going to lose body fat and drop calories. Or sorry, drop body weight. And this is one of the things that even veteran gym goers don't understand. Going to the gym is cool and all, but if you're day in and day out in the gym for an hour and a half or 2 hours every day for years on years on years, and you are still 25+% body fat, maybe for women, it's probably more like 30+% body fat. What's the point? Many of us do it for physical appearance and overall health. Your heart doesn't want your body fat levels, your visceral fat levels to be high. Your body wants you to be healthy for longevity. And mentally, don't you think you'd feel a little bit better if you looked a little bit sexier in the mirror? Yeah, so please don't waste your time in the gym. If you don't know what you're doing nutritionally, just please focus on the diet first from a scientific standpoint, and don't just fire darts blindly. Don't hit me with the, I just cut carbs. I just tried to limit my snacking. I try to restrict this. Actually, her first response was, I've increased cardio. Again, she hasn't seen the results or even close to the results, the progress going the right path. And I'm like, how's that going for you? You're on the Stairmaster for 40 minutes and she's dripping like a waterfall of sweat. Why do you do this to yourself? And I told her, hey, this isn't sustainable. What are you going to do in the seasons of life where you can't do an hour of cardio, 40 minutes of stairs, and 20 minutes of a bike? What's going to happen? Are you going to put on 20 pounds? Because you're solely relying on burning 400 calories off activity levels? And get this, for the people who argue total daily energy expenditure, this is a individual, this is a female, this is someone who's, I would say, at a high enough body fat that they should be able to drop weight pretty quickly, adding cardio into their lifestyle for weight loss. Why is it that she's able to do 40 minutes on the Stairmaster and not see weight loss progress? this is how I would debunk total daily energy expenditure. Yes, she's not tracking calories, but if you were burning an extra 500 calories from cardio, it's actually probably a lot more than 500. Guys, she's on the Stairmaster for 40 minutes and then does like 20 minutes of a bike or treadmill. That's ridiculous. Uh, but yeah, so that's a ton of calorie burnage, and she doesn't eat horrible to start. One of her issues is that she just doesn't understand macros. She doesn't understand fat calories. She doesn't understand how calories can simply add up so quickly depending on the portions and the food choices that you are consuming. So one of the things that I promote and that I see with my own clients and with myself is once you start doing the discipline of tracking calories, you start to understand the science behind different food groups, how they positively or negatively impact your calorie deficit, how they make you feel, maybe both digestive and weight loss wise, maybe how your sleep feels, how your workouts feel. You can start to feel what foods feel good for you, right? And that's the whole goal of starting to track food. It's not that you're going to be gatekeep to tracking food for the rest of your life. I lived the last 2 years maybe not tracking a single calorie. Literally didn't look at a calorie once, and I maintained the same weight. I maintained from 180 to 185 for 2 years. 2 years not tracking food. Yes, I did calorie restrictive tools that I knew were putting me in a calorie deficit because I was cognitive of what I was consuming. So what I've been doing was I did seasons of carnivore. I've always done intermittent fasting, and I heavily limit my carb intake. I always do low carb regardless of whether I'm counting calories or not. The point is you don't need to be counting calories your entire life. It's just a discipline for now, man. It's like the going to the gym is a discipline for now type of thing. Do you really expect to be hitting the gym in 30, 40 years? It's my dream. It's my goal. I want to be in 40 years. But who knows where life will take me? I might be paralyzed. I might, I don't know, I might not be here in 40 years. We got to start living for the now. Don't think about the 30 years from now, or else you're just going to forever live in the future. And you're forever just going to be filled with stress and anxiety. Conor McGregor, someone else probably said this. Conor McGregor is obviously not smart enough to say something like this. But if you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the future, you are stressed. And if you live in the present, you are at peace, I believe is what he said. I don't remember what he said for the present, but I'm just feeling in peace. You're at peace. I don't know. You're happy. Maybe it's happy. I don't know. But the point is, please stop throwing darts blindly on your weight loss journey. I talk to hundreds of individuals daily. Majority of them are women, and they think that, hey, I'm not eating enough, and I'm like, ooh, you do. Dude, to say I'm not eating enough to lose weight and you don't even know the calories you're consuming is just a horrific mindset to be in. I'm trying to compare it to a financial budget. Trying to lose weight, you're trying to get wealthy. So for calorie deficit, you need to be tracking the progress. Oh, I guess it's just like complaining that you aren't wealthy and you aren't tracking your revenue and expenses. What do you expect? Are you kidding me? If it was easy, so easy that you don't have to track anything, don't you think everyone would be wealthy right now? Don't you think everyone would have a six pack right now? Use your brain. You got to have a measurable, trackable progress of where you can start restricting something. Not food groups. I'm talking about calories right now. I don't care about food groups. You need to restrict something. If it's a financial budget and you're trying to get rich, you have to limit the amount of dumb want expenses that you are having within your life. And for a calorie deficit, you need to restrict the amount of bad ROI foods that are going to more than likely throw you into some sort of binge, some sort of malnourishment, not positively impact your training so that you're not actually pushing yourself and building muscle and being able to improve your cardiovascular health on your cardio. Literally so many different things. But please start counting calories. It's a discipline for now, not for 30 years from now. You're going to see fantastic results. Don't be stuck in the cycle of being a veteran gym goer who has been going for years every morning at 4 a.m. just to stay 30 plus percent body fat and look like someone who's never worked out. I love you guys. God bless. And please reach out to me via Facebook, email, text even if you need some help on your weight loss journey, and I would be more than happy to help you out. Peace out, guys, and Have a great week.